One. Hello.
Hey everybody, good evening. Welcome to Stealthy Elf Productions. We're going to play a little bit of Pathfinder 2nd Edition for you tonight. This is our Heroes of Histaeria campaign. This is our Unearthed Inheritance crew. Guys, we're settling in for 30? Session 30? Right?
Yeah, number 30.
Okay, as we jump in here, let's do a quick round of hellos. Players, if you could introduce yourselves, say who you are, and where folks can find you if you wanted to do so. Let's start with Hannah.
Me. Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm playing Farron Balmyar, our badass elven ranger bitch with a bow and a wolf friend, companion. I also play Pamini and Echo over on Sansi Saga, our sister campaign, and a few other things here and there. So check us out. Passing to Alec.
Hello, everybody. My name is Alec. My pronouns are he, him. I play Finn Reese here in Heroes of Histaeria Unearthed Inheritance. When I'm not here, you can also find me on this channel on New World Rebellion as Rim, the little chronicler spirit in the walls. When I'm not here, you can find me over at Tales Archived. I'm the archivist for Known Realms Telesh, our 5th edition homebrew campaign set in my world of Ayosha. Produce some stuff over there like God Killer Sinner Sacrifice. And for the next 6 weeks over on Starcrawl, you can see me in a Thirsty Sword Lesbians game called Not For Sale, where I play Sterling, a problematic little trickster who's afraid of closeness.
Sterling is hot.
That's
Everyone agrees.
Button.
Hello, I'm Button. My pronouns are they, them. I'm Blue Button on social media. When I'm not here playing Cressida, our druid dreamer, I am in the Outlaws of Alkenstar campaign where I play Sugar Pea, and I'm in the New World Rebellion campaign where I play Amanita, the little mushroom. And when I'm not on this channel, you can find me over on Tales Archived in the Known Realms campaign where I play Echinacea Belrose.
No. Mr. Adam. We
Oh,
missed you
that's
last
me.
week.
I wasn't here. Hi, guys. I'm Adam, or Mr. Adup. That's MRADDUP. He, they pronouns. I voice act. I play TTRPGs. And I cosplay. And tonight, I'm playing Elder Charuk here. You can find me other places soon.
Nice.
Very specific.
Am I wrong? Like,
No.
everybody
No,
paused
that's
and turned,
nice.
and I was like,
We were just basking in your professionalism.
since when? I don't know her, so.
All right, guys, my name is David, and my pronouns are he, him, and I will be your GM this evening. You can catch me here as the GM of all of our Heroes of Histaeria games. That's Honors and Inheritance, Sansi Saga, and New World Rebellion. I'm also the GM in our Outlaws of Alkenstar game, and I'm involved in a lot of other projects here on Stealthy Elf, so check all of it out. And then I might be around. I've been on Tales Archive for quite a while, and will be again in upcoming projects. Yeah, that's me. Okay, friends, family, I've gathered you all here today to play a little game of Pathfinder.
Is this an intervention? Oh,
This is an intervention. Yeah, guys, we have a Pathfinder edition.
We
You've been
Um,
buying too many dice.
I've been buying too many dice. That would be a thing.
I'm not going to start chewing the polyhedral click clacks. You can't make me.
Chewing.
You simply
Yeah,
cannot
dude.
make.
Delicious.
Alec, I
Yeah,
believe
dude. What's up?
you are our recap master for this evening.
I am your Huckleberry. Yeah.
Take it away.
Okay.
Whatever.
So we find Finn preparing for rest after a day longer than most. The trials, changes, and revelations felt like enough to bring a Titan to its knees. Though only half a giant, Finn remains standing. Loose parchment is pulled from a well-loved satchel, along with a quill and an inkwell, and Finn Reese sits to pen a letter back home, unsure if it will make it there or if he will ever make it there again. He writes the words all the same. We find him finishing his most recent letter. And we stood there, tired, bloodied, but alive. Somehow we had defeated a vicious enemy and brought Nepeta the Dryad back. The second part was all thanks to Cress, The same birds they'd sung to on our way in now chirped in celebration. It was beautiful. But around us lay the aftermath. The grove's defenders were dead, their sanctuary broken. Farron stepped forward and gently asked Nepeta what had happened. She explained that before the attack she had felt something she hadn't in ages, the presence of an arboreal, the same force that had tugged at Taruk earlier in the day. A warning. This arboreal, Paisadoth, was no mere spirit, but an archive, a keeper of secrets and history. Nepeta had been chosen to watch over him. Paisadoth, in turn, was bound to guard the Everseed, the item which Farron is seeking. When Prana Trufan and the Algathulu, right? Came to Histaeria, Nepeta made a choice. To protect the Everseed and her friend, she sealed Paisadoth away in the vault of the Gygus. As we processed her story, Crest tended to our wounds with quiet care. Then, with warmth in their voice, they asked if Nepeta wanted to join us, to reunite with Paisadoth and to aid us in the trials to come. Sapling tears welled in Nepeta's eyes as she admitted she wanted nothing more than to reunite with Paisadoth, but feared she was too weak, now a burden in this water-starved world. With gentle empathy, Crest called on their druidic magic, conjuring a water spout to soothe her. Nepeta smiled through her tears and reassured us. A group that honors the natural world as we do would be welcome in Paisadoth's presence. Nepeta assured us that she would help in any way she could. Farron and Tulka took a moment to bask in the presence of the water, a rare comfort. Crest then asked Nepeta if Nepeta had means to craft magical scrolls. She did. I stepped forward, then offering to assist with funeral rites. I had studied them in my youth with grandmother, and it only felt right to use that knowledge now, to honor the fallen and to bring Nepeta a measure of peace. As I worked, I made sure to care for Nepeta too, reminding her that a familiar, friendly face might ease Paisadoth's weary spirit. She agreed, and gently asked if I would carry her on the path to face her old friend. I agreed, thinking of the lush topiary in the Sky Citadel. With that promise made, I returned to tending the dead. While I walked with Nepeta, Farron and Crest searched the Dryad's hut for answers. Farron looked for information on the Algathulu, while Crest sought knowledge about the realm known as the Dream. In their search, Crest uncovered the name of a group seemingly opposed to the Dreamers, the Cult of Lang, and found mention of a powerful spell capable of connecting to any dreamer across the world. Farron learned that the Algathulu are a fearsome foe, lacking clear weaknesses or vulnerabilities. That's redundant. Anyway, she also, I wrote this today. I'm so sorry. I forgot we were recording tonight. I'm bad.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
She also uncovered a grim curse, one that quickly drains its victim until they fade away. Then the two shift their gaze to formula. Farron was able to track down custom arrow schematics, and Cress was sweet enough to find me some runic patterns that I had not yet discovered. I'd be lost without them, truly. I cannot wait to introduce you all to them. With our work at the hut complete, Cress asked if Nepeta wished to bring anything with her to the Sky Citadel. She did. Quite a lot, in fact. To our surprise, Cress unveiled their gourd home for the first time, a magical space capable of storing everything Nepeta needed, even her excitable companion Little John, who eagerly joined our group. I made sure to rescue him before he got too overwhelmed, though. With everything gathered, we began our journey back to the Sky Citadel. As we passed through town, I checked on the construction efforts, and Cress warned the fishfolk of the flesh warp threat. By the time we returned, it was nearly time to rest. I brought Nepeta to the topiary and helped her settle in. Tried to slip away before Little John roped me into a crafting session, but he's faster than he looks. He's sweet, but I was exhausted. I'll make it up to him soon. Before turning in, I went to look for Cress. I'd heard Farron was having tea with Pascal, of all people, and that Cress had taken a quick walk with Axne, the Sky Citadel's pilot. Oh no.
I know
Adam's
what
face.
happened next.
I think
Adam's
I
face when you mentioned pairing with Pascal.
Sorry.
Yeah, do you like that,
Something's in
Adam?
my
The
throat.
look of
No, I threw up a
why?
little bit.
Oh.
Why? Uh,
She can do better.
sorry. Yeah, truly.
I've only been around for a day and I can say that.
Oh no.
I know.
Funnily enough, Cress found me and saved me from my plight. They were kind enough to give me the runic formula that they had found in the Pettis hut, and I offered to walk them back to their room. As we walked, Cress reminded me that we were called heroes today. We laughed, both knowing the weight behind that word. We've never felt like heroes. We're afraid to disappoint the ones who see us that way, and too often we can't see in ourselves what others claim to see. But in that moment, I vocalized a truth that I knew. I see Cress as a hero, and I know they see one in me. Maybe those people we saved weren't wrong after all. Cress and I expect so much of ourselves, but not of each other. I don't demand the world of them, and they don't of me. We talked about the roads that brought us here, lonely paths taken to protect others. And in choosing them, somehow, we found each other. That alone feels like a miracle. A gift I'll cherish for as long as I walk this road. I made sure to tell them how grateful I am to walk beside them. They said that they felt the same. As we reached their door, they wished me a good night, and I wished them dreams. They deserve them. They stepped inside. I lingered. Longer than I should have, really. But gods, there's something special. And lost in that momentary warmth, Finn falls asleep at his desk.
My
That-
feelings.
No.
Yeah. That was incredible, Alec.
Yes, Alec.
Yo,
Yes.
0 point, well deserved.
Thanks, pal.
For real.
Everybody else, you all get 1. Alec, you get 2.
Hell yeah, brother.
Whee!
We did it.
We did it. Made it to level 8.
Level 20?
No.
Oh.
No. No. No.
Thanks,
Mike.
dude.
What? Okay.
So, we are resting our party. We're going to pick up pretty close to where Alec just left off for us. So Sven is snoozing away on his desk. Finn.
Come on, dog. I just no. Okay, go ahead.
I know.
That's all right.
So Finn,
Yeah.
while you are asleep, exhausted by the day's events, your subconscious stays at work, and you dream. Unfortunately, Finn, you don't have a history of good dreams. Not lately. Not since the end of the world. And Finn, when we find you in your dream this evening, you stand on the deck of the water drake with a dark ocean all around you. Roll me a perception check here, Finn. Dream perception check.
Ooh, very fitting natural one for a 16.
Ooh,
Mhm.
a natural 1.
Yep.
It's a natural 1. Hey, you have 2 hero points.
Mm-mm. We got some important shit happening later. A natural
That's
1
true.
feels narratively correct.
That's true. With that natural 1, you stand here at the deck, and as you look out into the darkness of the sea, the water is almost black as it laps against the hull. So dark that you cannot see through the inky shadow all around you. As you look around, though, even with a natural one, something that you do realize is that you are alone on the Water Drake at the moment. Captain Shadin, not there. Penn Smith, not there. Just you out in a dark sea on what seems to be an empty boat. What do you do here, Finn?
I mean, there's usually a rhythm here, you know. There's a yeah. I think he's kind of profoundly disturbed by the change. Like even terrifying and like inherently negative reoccurrences, like there's a familiarity there, right? So being placed in this thing that is inherently like negative for Finn, having it be different and even more isolating is profoundly terrifying. So I think he very quickly starts to look around and kind of move across the boat, not saying anything. I think he hesitates to make any loud noises, but he's searching for the crew. He's looking for the captain that he's failed to save hundreds of times over as these dreams have occurred. You know, he's looking for the familiarity.
Mm-hmm. As you start wandering the ship, you're going through that strange sensation that happens in dreams where you don't always see the transition from one area to another. You kind of just appear, right? You're here on the deck one moment, glancing around, you know, kind of peering behind cannons and whatnot, right? And then suddenly, because you're thinking, okay, I want to check the pantry next, boom. As you turn, you're in the pantry and you're looking around. And it isn't until you make it to the hull, the bottom hull of the ship. Here, the ship's, you would expect it to be rocking, a ship at sea. But even here, it is eerily still. And as you step into the dark hold, you hear ragged breathing. You go deeper into that darkness.
Yes. I think that I mean, it's not even muscle memory, but that instinct to just try to help those in need on the Water Drake kicks in. I think all like survival instinct fades, and he moves forward. Yeah.
You move forward, and as your dream eyes adjust to the darkness, you do find a figure sitting towards the front of the ship, kind of hunched over several barrels overturned, a few crates scattered here and there. And the individual you see looks to be a cyclops. Shaggy gray dreadlocks, kind of tattered clothing. This individual, Finn, it seems familiar.
Would I roll an Ancient Societies check?
Sure. Go ahead. Give me, I would say society or ancient society. I'll take either one.
29.
29 is real good. Okay. So I'm going to give you 29. We're going to start with a couple of things. That's going to be a crit success for me. 29, the first thing we're going to start with is the individual themselves. Your first night here in town, there was a dream that you had. Actually, it was interrupted as you were called to the bows of Dwog, I believe. But you had seen this strange cyclops had come to you in the vision, and with your crit success, you remember they called you an ancient Jotun term, a world builder. with your 29, within ancient societies, knowledge of Cyclops lore comes back to you because you are well versed in, well, you're a very intelligent person to begin with, and knowing about giant history in particular is a specialty, I'd say.
Special interest, yeah.
Special interest. You knew there, Cyclops are an interesting lineage in the giant line. Cyclopsi? What's the plural of Cyclops?
Cyclops.
Cyclops.
Cyclopeans?
Just Cyclops.
Okay. Buttons. I can see buttons searching.
It's like moose.
Okay.
Moose and moose.
Yeah, I mean, if we're doing Greek, it's Cyclopes, but
Okay.
but we're also speaking English, so we probably
Yeah.
couldn't.
We
Yeah.
are.
We'll just call them Cyclops. The Cyclops is an interesting lineage in the tree of giants, right? Amongst all the different giant types. Cyclops you recall that they did actually have pretty extraordinary kingdoms for a while, but when their ancient empires fell, and there's not much known about their ancient empires because they kind of like had a brief flash on the scene of the world, and then they were quickly gone away as other giants moved in. Despite the fall of their empires, one thing that you know about Cyclops that is particularly interesting is they have the ability of foresight. A lot of Cyclops oracles, for example, are quite famous, quite legendary for their abilities to, well, peer into the future. And you know that they were very much valued by giants, giant monarchs, and giant lords. And there are not very many Cyclops left in the world now. They're kind of fading into extinction.
What are you trying to tell me?
The voice, the individual seems to be aware of you and struggles to shift over. The single eye, heavily lidded, kind of slides over to peer at you, and a hand outstretches. They say something, but they're so weak it's difficult to make it out from distance. They seem to be gesturing you to come closer.
He does.
As you come closer, the hand reaches out to you, kind of gently grasping at your arm at first, almost testing to see that you're real, right? And then pulls you in close, right? Suddenly the grip is tight and pulls you in close. The eye opens wide, and the individual looks at you and says, with as much urgency as they can muster in their weakened state, "Urakoton, protect Sugoth." The eye is almost manic as it looks at you here, Finn. And right here, with that sudden rush, you find yourself startling awake at your desk.
What was the name it said?
Urag Koton, protect Sugoth. And Finn, while you sit there playing those words over in your head, trying to pick apart their meaning, I'm going to have us move over because someone else is dreaming this evening. Yeah, nailed it. In chat, Alec. Cress. I want to pick up with Cress on the other side of the door, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's where I'd like to pick up too.
Okay. Cress, you just departed with Fenris. You're in your chamber. I imagine Anatole would have given you, in Sound of the Dialogue, it all kind of transpired.
There's been a tour.
Yeah, tour. Say, pick a room, pick whichever room you like. And then Pascal comes along and assigns rooms. And pick this one for you.
That's fine by Chris.
Right. So, Cress, you're in this room. You haven't had a lot of time to move in, but you're on the other side of the door. What does it look like? in this room, as it's kind of bare bones to start, maybe.
Cress closed the door, and their hand rested on the seam and the handle for quite a while, thinking about opening it back up, thinking about what that would mean, thinking about how it's only been a week, and how they feel what they feel, and they don't know if that's right. And there is this gulf, this widening depth between them and Finn, and they can't see how far down it goes. And it seems like they could leap that chasm. But if they fell into it, would they find the husband that was dragged to the depths of the sea by their adoptive father? What does it mean to feel something for this man when it hasn't even been a year since Luke Vieira died? But they feel that warmth. There's that tangible echo of a hand holding Cress's. And they hold on to that for a while as they stare down into this chasm in their mind. Nothing ever used to be complicated. Up was up, down was down. I was nothing. And one person loved me. Now he's dead. Cress turns around and leans against the door. Plays with the emerald that's been hanging around their neck. They let go of that tangible echo of Finn's hand, and in their other, they hold on to the arcane focus that is their husband's broken blade. And they're not making a choice, but they are putting a feeling away for the moment, because if they keep lingering in it, it will take root. All right, I gotta do this. I gotta focus. And there's a flash for a moment of being in Nepeta's hut and watching Finn give burial rites. They're like, nope, I gotta, no. And they will settle in to lucid dream on behalf of Cuthbert.
Brilliant.
Lucid dream is one action. I have our document pulled up, David, if you want me to share it with you.
No, I got it.
Okay.
It's in my notes somewhere.
Um,
Before we move much further, though, take a hero point, because that was brilliant.
Thanks.
That's an enthusiastic double thumbs up from Alec. Two thumbs. And two more thumbs from Adam. Judges, give that 6 thumbs. 8 thumbs.
So many thumbs. Wow. Thank you. Feel honored. Cress is going to sit against the door. They haven't removed themselves from that door, even as they're holding the emerald. grounding themselves with Lucavir's focus, they still are touching the door that they just closed on Finn and doing their level best to balance on this seesaw. So Cress will fall into a state of dreamlike lucidity that lasts for a minute, or until they fall into unconscious, which is not their intent. They're trying to read someone else's dream.
Yeah.
And they are going to attempt, by touching this pet cache, this emerald, to read Cuthbert's dream as Cuthbert seeks a way to handle the draconic impulse that he fears would lead him to attack Anatole.
Mm-hmm.
And Finn.
And Finn. And any other potential dragon friends we might make along the way.
Yeah, the Cress is thinking about their conversation with Gron and the potential of finding his dragon again, and they know that tonight they have to message Cuthbert with whatever they discover, but if tomorrow night comes, they're already making plans to reach out to a dragon.
Okay. Cress, as you settle in to cast your lucid dream, and you're entering the dream, right? And let me just double check the verbiage here. But I will allow you, because you're holding Cuthbert's, you're holding that pet cache, right? You can, as you're holding it, you can almost feel Cuthbert within it, sleeping soundly, right? There's like that steady, slow heart, and just as you're holding it, I mean, it's not so powerful that you'd feel it all the time, but as you focus on it and you hold it, that's when you can really be aware Cuthbert is in there. Holding this, I will allow you the option of either entering your dream and seeking out Cuthbert, or if you want, because you're holding this, I think going straight into Cuthbert's dream is also possible here.
That's what they want to attempt to do. They're interested in reading Cuthbert's dream, inasmuch as they love their dream space and they have a feeling that it might even look different. The task at hand is why they're here and why they're doing this, and their wishes can wait for the needs of Cuthbert, who they love dearly.
Absolutely. Okay.
I believe
So
I
what
have to
was-
make a will save against my own DC. Is my DC now?
Oh.
We're level 8.
What's your DC for level 8?
Level 8.
24. So I have to
I believe
beat
in
a 24. Will saves are my good one. So come on, little druid. Do your level best.
Druid.
Okay,
Druid.
so 16 plus 16 is...
32.
Yes.
That's real good. That's a
Yeah.
success.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Oh, wait. Reading. So sorry.
No worries. You're good. You're good.
Higher. Failure. Oh, I don't become stunned. Great.
Hang on. I think it's also, you get a +1 status bonus if the target has the dream trait. Hold on. Cuthbert Varian? Do you?
Yeah.
I believe you do. Where's your sheet? Cuthbert has the dream trait, so you get a +1
okay.
added to that.
So it's a 33.
33. And your DC was
Okay.
what again? 20.
24. Fuck me. Oh well.
Hang on, can we steal one out of here somewhere?
I'm trying. Here's the tough thing about Pathfinder. You have so many little things. 1 second.
Yeah,
I apologize, you guys.
you're good.
No apologies.
This is the difference between like a crit success. Let me just see, what's the crit success result? Oh.
Oh wait, because it would have stunned me if I had if I had failed. I
Yeah, so
have
you're not
Elven Verve, so I have a +1 circumstance bonus to saves against effects that would impose immobilized, paralyzed. Oh wait, paralyzed. Is that the same? 1 second.
Yeah,
Slow-
and this is the save against it. So yeah, that applies. Elven Verve. There's the
34.
+1 we wanted.
Ooh.
34 crit success.
I gotta read my
Well
sheet more, you
done.
guys.
No. Well played. Nice. Okay, so the crit success, you'll get to kind of go between multiple dreams. All right. Crit success. You're walking. We'll start you off with Cuthbert's dream. As you enter into Cuthbert's dream, you don't immediately enter. You enter a very sort of lucid, liminal space, similar to like almost like walking into your own dreamscape. You know, where you're aware that this is a dream, and you as the dreamer are aware that this is a dream. As you enter into this space, you've actually been here before. You find yourself kind of breaching for air, right, through a bright pool, and you find yourself in a ruined garden, right? A little creek nearby, a little fountain and pool kind of area that from which you are emerging. And this looks like, you see very old stone, overgrown with mosses. Plants have kind of started to retake it, right? Chunks of the wall kind of remain standing, but for the most part, it's very overgrown. You have been here before.
Yeah. Cress remembers coming here and speaking with a god before they knew he was a god.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right.
All right.
He's not around this time. You do not see anybody else quite like that at the moment. But as you look around, you become aware that it's your connection to Cuthbert especially is such that as you enter in, there's a part of you that is just innately aware that he is inside. He is inside this old ruin, really majestic, probably once in its time, a very majestic building, right? Castle almost.
Yeah.
You find yourself, so yeah, you can easily navigate your way. And as you're walking around, at no point do you feel lost. You're always aware where Cuthbert is, and you just seem to have like this innate familiarity with the space. As you move through, you pass halls, ruined halls of statues, old paintings depicting histories and events very much long since past. Events that I don't know how much of a historian Cress is, but I'll tell you, just above table, even a trained historian would struggle to place these events.
As they walk... Oh.
No, go, please.
As they walk through this space where Banzayed, the dragon who is now a star dragon, who we helped to rebirth Thadril, Cress, feeling the pull of Cuthbert, will keep an eye out for Tamarind, the dragon who once was Cuthbert, in these depictions. They know they're not a historian, but they want, if they can, to etch into their mind's eye Cuthbert's history.
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Perception. That's a 13 plus a something.
13 plus is something. Pretty good.
What is the something? Why is perception in a different place?
Yeah, it's way up there. It gets its own special spot, perception.
Plus 16, so
29.
29.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Not quite a crit success for the DC I had in mind, but it is a success. And I think the reason it's a success and not a crit success is that as you're walking through, you do come across actually like this, like moth-eaten, maybe slightly singed tapestry. There's like burn marks in sections, and it's wide. It is like the length of maybe it's like 30 feet across against this massive wall, right? And sections of it again burnt, eaten up, just very decrepit. And as you touch it, I mean, it feels old and fragile, right? Even in the dream. But yeah, it actually does depict what looks to be an epic battlefield. And you can pick out a gold dragon shining in the top right corner, light kind of flaring out from around him, right? Two large, majestic wings, right? And this dragon, the head is perched back and pulled back in such a way that this dragon just oozes regality, right? And it's not a critical success where you're not going to find a name that confirms this is Tamarin. But there's something about that dragon that just looks so majestic. Beneath it, sharing in the beams of light that's kind of radiating off of the creature, are other dragons. As you're looking through, it looks to be other metallic dragons. You see silvers, bronze, coppers, right? All kind of moving along, and then kind of some of the burnt out sections now further down, you know, maybe you see a few armies here and there, right? Soldiers, horseback, right? Or even on terraphants, right? A wide variety of people. On the left side of the tapestry is the opposing army, is the opposing dragons. Amongst them, you see chromatic dragons. You see green, black. You see blue. You see, though, similar to Cuthbert, on the opposing side, is a red dragon. A red dragon wreathed in shadow. It's clear these two armies, as you kind of step back, Crest, to kind of take in what remains of this tapestry full, your mind imagining the sections that may be missing. You see that it seems to depict a great battle between a legendary regal gold dragon and a fairly diabolical red dragon. As you absorb this, similar to kind of dream states, now that you are in the temple proper, or in this castle proper, you find that just to your left is a broken archway made of stone, and further in is a plateau, a pedestal, upon which stands, or really kind of, you know, cats will kind of do, like, they'll tuck their paws in and sleep on them.
Perch.
Yeah, they'll kind of perch up like that. You see Cuthbert in a similar posture, but you see Cuthbert right away, Cress. Cuthbert has kind of been starting to look different ever since the events of Dwog and the merger with Varen. Cuthbert continues to look maybe just a little bit more. Maybe the colors are kind of the gold is kind of becoming more, instead of like the dominant thing, maybe becoming more like accent colors to this sort of like teal green of Varen, and kind of, you know, laces in throughout the scales, and to again the quadra-wing.
And he's asleep.
Actually, as you become aware of him and you look over, Cuthbert doesn't actually open the eyes, but you can kind of hear kind of echoing in the space and even in your mind a little bit, right? Cress, you're so soon?
Yeah. Does it feel soon? That's good.
I feel like I just came in here, but there's so much, Chris. There's so much. Varen is here. I can feel them, but I don't know. It's hard for them to take shape here for some reason.
If I remember correctly, I think Bonsai had put some protections upon this place, trying to keep out the dreaming dark.
That could be. I'll have to see if I can rework this magic then somehow. I'm glad you're here, though. I've missed you.
I've missed you. In that dream logic, the distance between them is closed immediately,
Yeah.
and they nuzzle his snoot.
Tell me everything. How's it been? Are you guys okay? Did you find Anatole?
Anatole found us, and we're all okay. And there were some people in the fractal, besides the two Rowlin and Stogie who we found earlier, who are safe. And I think Pascal lacks Farron, and
Like there too.
I, I'm glad. I miss you. I'm glad it doesn't feel like it's been much time. I guess it's only been a day, but it feels. And they just nuzzle him.
I'm glad you're here. I'm really glad you're here. I've been trying to find ways to reach, well, Thadril. But, well, I need your help with something. I found
With what?
it's this strange dream. It just suddenly dawned on me as I was reaching out. I was thinking about, well, I was thinking about Thadril, but then I also started thinking about, you know, the Brotherhood of the Gilded Cannon, and everybody there, all my old friends.
Yeah.
And then this door showed up. And I stuck my head in to kind of see what was on the other side, and it showed me something. And I don't know what it is. It doesn't feel right, Cress. And it makes me really worried.
Tell me about it.
I can show you.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Here.
Oh no.
Kind
All
of
right.
then dips ahead and scoops you right onto the, yeah, you're kind of like hanging onto a horn and kind of draped over the neck. And as Cuthbert kind of picks up and flaps the wings, we change scenes, and now you're still in the temple. You're still in this strange Cuthbert castle, down a runestone hall, and there's this big iron door, kind of, well, iron banded door. And Cuthbert says, "What I saw is in here. I should warn you, it's kind of scary, and if it's a dream, it's a really weird one."
All right. Well, better to know than to not.
Okay. I'll show you. And still kind of riding, Cuthbert walks over, and as Cuthbert moves towards the door, it kind of opens of its own accord. And you see a bright light on the other side, and as the two of you step in through this light, you are immediately transported. Hannah, can I get maybe like a spheric move here, or even mystic maybe?
On Spheric.
Sphere.
I'll go to Mystic.
Mystic.
Give me mystic, yeah, give me mystic. And can also get some desert sounds.
Sure. Let me go here.
Okay, so, Cress, as you come in here, you're no longer in the castle. Instead, you find yourself, it's disconcerting because you kind of find yourself looking at something through a first-person view that is clearly not your own, and it is tilted and sideways so that the floor is, you can just kind of feel like you're tilted, right? And there's a dirt ground, and then beyond that, you see the sand sea, and you see a lot of like jagged, spiky stones sticking out of the sand sea. The other individuals in this scene that can be seen from this perspective are actually two familiar faces, both members of the Brotherhood of the Gilded Cannon. You see a rather strapping, dark-haired man whose content warning, whose face and clothes seem to be partially melted. and he is being held in the arms. And this pulls at your heart because you think it could be Lukavir. But as you see a golden dragon come in from behind, looking a lot like Cuthbert, but quite bigger and more strapping, you recognize Tamarind. Rabulus's dragon. And you realize this is probably Rab. Not.
Uh-oh.
By 4, if I.
Sorry.
Frozen? Guys?
One sec.
Yeah, it's
Are you?
it's no.
No, I think it's me.
I think it's all of us.
Everybody's coming in
else?
super
Coming back.
choppy.
Everybody's frozen.
Everybody's coming in super
Okay.
choppy.
Okay.
Pussy.
It's getting
Okay.
back. We're getting back
Okay.
to it.
Looks
We're
like we're kind of there. Yeah, looks like we're kind of
Back.
back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The
Press.
last thing I got
Yeah, so
was
what you see-
the strapping dark-haired man. Yeah, strapping
Mhm.
dark-haired man. It looks like Tamarind flying in. It looks like Rabulus's dragon.
Yeah, Rabulus's dragon, and actually, as you see Byfor being held by an individual, the individual holding him up, kind of cradling him in his arms, kneeling on the dirt, is Rabulus. So Rabulus overlooking a very heavily injured Byfor, and Tamarind kind of walking around behind. And you can see Rabulus looks dirty, grimy, the signs of battle. Clear and probably a battle gone horribly wrong are evident on these two, and even somewhat on Tamarind. And suddenly, as Rabulus is kind of muttering to Byfor, something that's almost kind of indiscernible. It's a lot of, "It's gonna be okay. I'm gonna get you help. Just stay with me." A voice cuts in, and you see another individual enter the scene. You see Banzayed. You see a tall, very regal, bald-headed black man. If I had to describe him, Isaac from Castlevania.
Your boy.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, and he's got all
Okay.
these kind of strange tattoos all over him. And he walks in, and Cress immediately, one thing that sticks out is you get the feeling, you sense it really from within Cuthbert as well. This is Banzayed. This is the humanoid avatar of Thadril. And he looks much younger and much stronger than the last time you saw him. And he steps into the scene. And his voice reaches, kind of echoing around all of you. How have we let it come to this? The black and green aspects once again shade our world. And so the Lady of the Void creeps toward regaining her power. Rabulus, it is now of the utmost importance that we eliminate the remaining aspects before they awaken. Rabulus, beaten, tears in his eyes, looks up. What would you have me do, Father? I have not yet the strength to contend with her and the monarch in tandem. He holds up his left hand and kind of flexes it, and you can see a red light kind of bleeding between the glow from his fists between the fingers. Thus, the task falls to you, and henceforth, you alone, my son. The bonds of brotherhood have failed. Tamarind's own aspects have been defeated. Now it is the time for them to be reunified. I bid you set forth and retrieve those fragmented souls. He walks over and rests a hand on Rabulus's shoulder. With Tamarind restored, then the two of you will wield the strength necessary to slay the awakened aspects and prevent the others from awakening. To that end, I bestow upon Tamarind the preserved essence of Limax, who fell amongst the boughs of Dwag, and Tosadai, who fell many centuries ago. He extends a hand, and as he holds his right hand out, 2 ethereal canaries spawn in his palm and float, fluttering through the air, and then suddenly, Tamarind devours them in one bite. As for Kailan, well, my son, you know what must be done. And this he addresses to Tamarind. Byfor, in his weakened state, looks around. What are you doing? As Tamarind walks towards you. Heavy footfalls approach your perspective. Tamarind looms high over you, rears a taloned paw back, and as comes down, the vision ends.
Ugh.
The dream shatters like glass, and yourself and Cuthbert are now once again back. I think, Cuthbert, you can sense kind of such a discomfort resonating through Cuthbert that the two of you don't just go back to the hallway, you go right back to the plateau in that like central grand chamber where you found Cuthbert originally. I don't understand it. It's a really weird dream.
Oh, Cuthbert. He's trying to amass every aspect of Tamarind back into one. And Cress looks at Cuthbert. One of the aspects. And they know in that moment that they've made an enemy of a god, or rather that a god has become their enemy. I'm sorry, Cuth. Kailan is gone.
What do you mean? Cress, what was that?
I think that was a vision. I think that was the sight of Kailan in his last moments.
Wait, that means Tamarind. That was real?
I can't say for certain.
Cress, what is your spellcasting modifier? Is it nature?
David, my sheet, I don't know where to find it.
It's okay. I'm pretty sure
Dare
it's a
you ask
druid.
them that question,
I'm pretty sure
dude?
it's a druid. It's nature.
I don't know where it is.
David, I'm expected to look at my sheet and understand it. What the fuck?
Under the druid DC stuff, there is nothing on demiplane listed for the. My DC is 24, but that's not my.
No, it's not your like
Attack.
skill or like I'm pretty sure for druid said it's nature. I will allow you to roll either. I allow you to roll a nature here because that is kind of like the dreams are a natural thing, and the way you I imagine the way that you navigate dreams is very, I don't want to say primal, but instinctual. It's not like you were a neuromancer taught in a school of wizardry how to enter the dream and stuff. This is something that kind of comes to you naturally.
If I may,
Mhm.
because we're in this space,
Mhm.
could Cress, in this lucid dreamlike state that's required for it, could Cress attempt dream reading?
Yeah, for sure.
Which would be an occultism check.
Sure, I'll take occultism. Occultism is, I think for like dream stuff, occultism is the thing that 2e wants, like the lore wants us to use.
I did good. I rolled a 31 in
That's real good.
demi-plane.
Okay. Yeah, Cress. This doesn't feel what you just saw. Feels far less dream, much more memory.
Yeah. Yeah. Tosadai. Anzayed has given up on the Brotherhood of the Gilded Cannon. He has taken the slivers of souls that remain and fed them to the biggest dragon he could find.
That means everyone else. And that means me?
There were only... I won't let him. Cuthbert, Cress... It's dream logic, right? They somehow managed to be face to face with Cuthbert and then pull his head down to theirs. Gods be damned. We helped Thadril be born again. If he comes after you gave him new life, I'll take it from him. It's as simple as that. I love you.
I love you, Cress. I don't know what to say. I don't want to put anybody in danger.
My sweet boy. There is danger everywhere, and there is danger in the doing of great deeds. That's what you and I do. And I welcome that danger. If it means I have you.
Cuthbert looks into your eyes, Cress. And that look, Cuthbert is like when your dog looks at you. And you just feel that
love.
Yeah. And devotion and that that instinct to be like, I wish I could see me the way my dog sees me kind of thing. Like that kind of stuff. That is the look Cuthbert gives you now. Presses into you. We'll be together. You and me against anybody else. We can do it.
Against anyone that would harm you. Or harm me, I guess.
Yeah, you too. If anybody comes after you, they better watch out.
They better watch it. Oh, Cuthbert. I've failed you before, so I won't promise that I'll never fail you again, but I do promise that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe.
Press. Yourself and Cuthbert lean into each other. And you spend your night together. I know you had a crit success for another dream, but I'm just looking at the clock here.
Yeah.
I would say, if you want to text me, or we can talk over break about, because I want to honor the crit success there. And then when we come back, let's get into our downtime tasks.
Downtime. Guys, thank you. I'm sorry.
No, that was
guys,
lovely.
Really appreciate you guys staying with us and offering us some patience there. Some big lore drops there. Some big things had to happen.
That motherfucker.
Yeah. All right,
Ah.
guys, we're going to be back in 10. This is a good time. Go stretch your legs, get a drink of water, and let your dogs out. We'll be back in just a moment.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Shh. Hi.
And tell me not to laugh at him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's the first thing they're going to want to do.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm susceptible.
Same.
I was quietly waiting for the game to start.
Rebellious spirits.
Okay, well, let's go. We'll jump right back in then. Guys, we're going to pick back up. The night has passed. Everybody take your long rests and take your levels. We're going to pick
20.
up... just so everybody knows, Button and I spoke. Cress's next dream venture is to another character, a cleric of the god of death, and we're going to be we're going to send some notes their way. Okay, we're going to pick up now in the following morning. Right, this is going to be the day of crafting. Party, let's hear from Taruk and Farron. Right, two of you guys are probably finding each other early morning here in the topiary. Right, there are birds flying by. The old rock Veritas is still kind of snoring away quite loudly in a nest. Nepeta, the dryad, who you guys all rescued, is there, kind of leaning against a tree, and roots and vines have kind of started to go from their body and attach to the tree, so they're kind of like straitjacketed to the tree almost. But they look pretty comfortable. They seem to be peaceful.
I definitely think I slept in here, like for sure,
Yeah.
just up in the trees like normal. And I think if you're coming in, I think Farron would see Taruk leaned over something, and there is light, color of all these different things flashing as Taruk is like, you see Taruk straining against something as you'd probably enter the aviary.
Yeah, so Farron walks in. She's got her bow and her arrows and like a little practice target that she found somewhere in the Sky Citadel. I don't know if you're cool with that. And she's just coming in, she's like getting ready to practice. And I think that you what does she see when she
Oh yeah,
Yes,
he's
what are
like
you leaning on?
hunched over. I think he's like hunched over, probably back towards the door, and you can see like both his staffs are out, and he's clearly like pushing something together in the middle, but he's straining against it. Very clearly, like he's trying some magic that he's trying to practice in this moment.
What can I help you with? It seems you're struggling.
Oh gods, okay, right. Wow. Good morning.
Good morning.
Don't worry. And I think he turns. He is covered in sweat, and it is like early. And
Yeah.
he's just like, "No, I'm fine. I'm just not."
I thought I woke up early. I didn't expect to see you awake already.
The early bird worm. So I am. Well, right.
What are you doing? Let's start there.
And I think in the dirt you see runic marks around him in a circle very clearly. And in both hands again, he has but one staff in each hand. Right, so, you remember my mentor, he, told me about a technique. It was so long ago, I don't remember exactly what it was called, but he, well, he couldn't do it, and he said maybe because of the physiology that I have, I might be able to brute force it. And, I mean, we're about to go to war, and I feel like brute forcing something might work pretty well here. So I'm trying it, and, it's straining, to say the least.
Well, we had the same idea, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, not exactly the same, but I came out here to practice a technique that I learned long ago as well. Perhaps we could practice together.
Right, yeah, but what are you combining something, magicking something else? What are you, what's the haps, if you will?
Well, no magic involved here. Just
Okay.
trying to get a bit faster on the draw is all. So she's just practicing drawing her arrow and knocking it in one fell action, in one fell swoop. And
Gotcha.
she's just practicing her quick shot. And it's a little sloppy the first couple times, but the more she does it, the more accurate it gets, and the quicker it gets.
Have you thought maybe, just a thought.
Yeah.
Putting your quiver on your hip, it might be easier to just up instead of over.
Interesting. You see how that feels? She kind of resituates and tries it a couple times and says, "Well, I love it. Thank you. It's much slicker, much more ergonomic."
Great.
that kid.
I'd seen a couple people do it in the village. I am, well, I've broken many bows in my days, let's just say that, so I'm not a bow person. Right, so, the technique I'm practicing. Ooh, okay.
Yes.
So, you know how I can kind of like grab trees and shape them the way that I want?
Yes.
That thing that I'm able. Right, so, and he holds the wooden staff up and holds the metal staff up. So I'm gonna make these one.
Oh, fascinating.
Right, so, give me a minute. And I think you see as the runes around Taruk start to glow with this like soft green light as he is tapping into his primal nature energy. And you see as like energy is just coursing through him as his fists are being like almost magnetically pulled apart as he is brute forcing these two objects into the same space. And you see as the wood splinters and tears apart and the metal bends in like unnatural ways, and he is still just brute forcing it together until you see what looks like one staff of pure ironwood. And he's like, well, shit! Shit! Okay, that took a lot out of me for the day. Right, got this for a little bit. Right, I gotta get better like you did. I saw how you picked up the quickness. Ooh. Ooh.
Perhaps,
So
brute force is one way to go about it.
yes, and it worked.
Good. Maybe. Perhaps it would go faster if you allow the force to sort of flow through you a little bit. Maybe loosen up a little bit, relax, and try again. Just trying to return the favor and help with some kind of support.
I
or
think you
aid.
see him kind of like take that and like you see him kind of slowly pull them just a little bit apart and like, using the more patient way, I see. And he's like, you clearly see what you just taught him is like, oh, it's not brute force, it's just putting the puzzle pieces in the right spot.
Right.
He was putting the square in the circle hole the entire time and made it work
Right.
because he broke the board.
Right.
But... Gotcha. Thank you.
Well-
Thank you for...
A tip for a tip.
Right.
Tolka, come, let's eat something. She grabs a ferret from her belt.
Did you just give Tolka a beer?
No, I was flicking a ladybug off of my beer. It had nothing to do with actually role-playing.
Oh.
Or...
However, Tolka. No, I'm just kidding.
Perhaps.
No, she gives
Adam,
Tolka
take
a
a
piece
hero
of
point,
meat.
by the way.
Oh, thank you.
That was epic as shit.
Thank you.
Right, so, So now, and I think as you see it, you've seen him use the metal and the wood staff, and you see him combining his techniques as he's like swinging it, and it's moving like the wood staff, very, very nice sweeps and very, very elegantly. But you see it connect with a tree, and it hits as if it is a metal bar against the tree, and it still can bend to his will and things like that. And yeah, so I now don't have 2 staffs anymore. I have 1.
Cool.
And I can do this every morning for free.
Yay! That's
And
awesome.
you get the benefits of both magic
Yeah.
staffs.
yeah, that's
it,
sick.
it just becomes
All
one
the time.
What's
super
that feat
powered magic
called?
staff.
What is the feat called?
It is an ability from my class.
Nice. Toy.
To make it added in there.
Yeah, I think for
It's literally called Fuse Staff.
fuse staff, that's appropriate. I think for the rest of the morning, Farron has a small book with her that she's reading that she got from Nepeta's hut. And it's just a very simple, small little paperback, like a pocketbook style. And the title reads, "On the Forensics of Beasts and Other Creatures." And she's just reading up on forensic theory, which is another one of her new feats.
Right. So, what's your book about? If you don't,
Oh,
the book that you are.
yes, it's it's a book on forensics of once living beings.
Right. Is that what is that in? Is that just, is it like a Book of the Dead then, or is it
Not exactly. It teaches me what I can read from a recently passed body. You can learn things about their living days. You can learn how they died. You can tell what kind of weapon was used to kill them. That sort of thing.
Gotcha.
It's a bit
That's interesting.
yes, a bit macabre, but to me quite fascinating. I mean,
Well,
useful in my whenever I end up returning to my hovel and rebuilding the savannah.
of course, yes. So I hear you have a big day of we have a big day of building today.
Yes, we are going to build something that no one has ever built before.
Isn't that everything that's built for the first time? It's just something people haven't built before.
I suppose that's true.
Because, like, if there was a gorge and nobody had built a bridge, somebody would be like, "Could build a bridge."
Sure.
Just thought.
The thought crosses her mind as she's sort of transitioning away from this book, and we're now talking about building and crafting. She's starting to think about the design of this ship from the perspective of, or the design of the thing we're going to craft from the perspective of a hunter who has built traps before and has lured prey and has done that sort of thing on a much smaller scale. But she's starting now to think about what sort of technical ideas she can bring to this project. And she's just taking some little notes and sort of thinking and writing things down.
Right, so, I'm still confused on my role in this build. I'm a leader, more or less, not a... Well, I do have big hands. Damn it. And, like, you fully see him just... Damn, I figured out my role.
Well, yes, you're quite strong, and we can always use, a positive reinforcement, and leadership is important always.
Farron, you've met me. I'm not a positive person, if we're being honest here. I'm just kind of truthful, honest, Not afraid to tell people their shit.
Well, good. That's exactly what we need today. So, there's your roll.
Great.
On that note, Pascal enters the topiary and says,
Okay.
well, all of you, let's gather up. We'll do some planning. Make sure everybody knows their role for today.
Taruk knows his.
I do.
Good morning, Elder Taruk. It's nice to see you again. And he kind of glances over at Farron, kind of just making sure Farron noticed.
I'll shoot him with a gun. Oh, sorry.
How about a bow and arrow?
Look at me. I am being halfway pleasant. Did you know?
I think after like Elder Taruk, I think Taruk just goes, so what the fuck happened to you? Because like this isn't the energy you had yesterday with me at all. So like, gotta be real.
Well, I've just come to know you better, that's all.
This has been a very enlightening 24 hours.
It's been a rather revealing day.
Right.
If I
Quite a
do
lot
say
has
so
happened,
myself.
indeed.
So, sure, I'll believe that.
Yes, in fact, is
Well-
Finn up yet? I've got to run something by him. Where is that man?
Finn, where art that man?
All I hear is Epic the Musical is just like loud in his room. No, he's getting up. He made something for Little John. I think it was hard for him to get back to sleep. So what he did was make a just like a little whittling. So like nothing crazy, nothing magical. But he made, like the top piece of like a knight's armor that's like well decorated, like a little collar piece
Mm-hmm.
to kind of perfectly match with the chains that he wears.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
I think he will go to the topiary because he imagines that Lil Jon is there with Nepeta.
Yeah. You're not even halfway to the topiary before Little John finds you. He's like, "Hey Finn, good morning. How'd you sleep?" I don't know how else to do Little John.
I slept all right, but I woke up early and I made you something. Pulls it out. Take a knee, good sir.
As you hold it out, and then Little John sees it, I think his eyes just get quite huge, and he's, "What?"
Yeah, that was really good, David. Hero point.
Yeah,
Okay.
You have to take a hero.
there it
point
is.
now.
Second hero point for you
That
right
was
there. Would
really-
be okay.
And he'll just a mantle fitting for a knight of a dryad. And he'll gently place it over Lil Jon's shoulders, and he'll take Hugh. He'll take the axe that he got from the Rangers, the Ironwood Rangers, and he'll pat both sides. I now dub thee Sir Little John.
Oh.
At a loss for words. I think that's all Little John can really manage is, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Sweet Little John. I'll see
little-
Finn and run up to him. Oh, Finn, I've been looking for you. I have some ideas for our schematics.
Thank you.
And
Sure.
just immediately pulls him into like, look at this. What if we did this? So
Good
that
luck,
it
Sir
would-
Knight. Yes, so I think that's a good idea.
Little John. Okay.
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 He's pageant waving as a knight.
Yeah, he's pageant waving.
Yeah.
yeah,
What?
Yeah.
fading behind
Okay.
the wall.
Okay.
Yes. What are the? Is everyone else awake? I want to
haven't
make
seen
sure we're all here to.
I haven't seen Chris yet.
Oh, let's walk and talk.
Okay.
So
So basically, I'm running these ideas by Finn.
Yeah.
From the perspective of a hunter who has done this trapping and hunting and luring kind of thing before, and nice, and my intention is for that to be an aid check on his crafting with survival as the skill. David, are you listening?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
David's
Yeah,
like,
that's fine.
huh?
Okay. I thought you were still deep in thought looking at your Lil Jon meme. Okay.
No, I'm reading
He's making a level 15 paladin Lil Jon character.
Yeah.
He's
Okay,
building
what's
it
the
in his
character
brain
gonna look like?
Yeah,
He's taking a note. He's writing it down.
Yeah.
Not yes anymore. It's I.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yeah. You can use another skill. Yeah. Survival you want to use? You said?
So survival is what I'd like to use, yeah.
Yeah. You can use survival.
Okay.
Totally.
Should I do it now or when
Okay.
we get to the thing?
We'll do when we get to the thing. Let's
Yeah.
gather up everybody first, and then we'll make sure everybody has a plan, and then we'll go to checks.
Okay.
So, Cress.
Yeah.
Where's Cress? Where do we find Cress this morning?
The reason Cress is yet to assemble in the aviary is because Cress has taken the hippogriffs and is flying around the space and is essentially attempting to teach them a message to pass on to the birds of this space
Oh.
with an idea that they had the previous day. So, bluesy, ivory, cherry, orange. We know who the enemy is, and they are going to teach the hippogriffs to target the corpses of arbiters, Brahms. They're pinpointing who is the enemy, and then showing them like what to take out for nests, like the wiring and like the coolant where water is stored. And they're like, we're spending the early morning attacking these entities, and
That's
essentially. Yeah, Cress
love
is like, and in the wild song, and your job is to spread the word.
Oh hell yeah! Imagining like some Blue Angels hippogriffs maneuvers.
Yeah.
Yeah, off in the distance, like kind of going over the mangroves. Oh hell yeah, that's some druid shit. All right, nature, I think, or if you have something else, or I think with Wild Song, does Wild Song that doesn't require a check or anything, does it?
Is this
Or
train
that a
animal?
No, it's just a thing I can do.
Cool, yeah. Because if you can just do that, then I don't know if I need a check.
But that's I mean I can do a check to like see how effective the teaching is. The wild song though just happens, the communication.
Okay, got it. Yeah,
That's the
then yeah,
thing that I can
go
just
ahead.
do.
yeah. Go ahead. We'll have you do a nature check. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm teaching them, like I'm showing them the utility of the entity, and it is not natural to this world. Can I argue survival?
Sure.
We're
yeah,
adopting this
absolutely.
alien thing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because it's better.
Yeah. No, that's totally works. Also, yeah, because these things are a threat to them, so knowing this stuff helps their survival.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. I rolled a 17, which is good. I'm rolling the Nori dice, and they're being very nice to me because I can't find Cresses. So it's a 17 plus 16, which is
33.
33.
Ooh, really good. That's a crit success. I'll say that tweet has gone viral.
Hero point. What?
Crazy work, dude.
Nope. That got me. Okay. Okay, excellent. Yeah, so they will have Lucy and Ivory spread the word in the aviary. Just knowing that the Sky Citadel is going to be heading into dangerous territory soon. And then who did I say? Bluesy and Ivory. So Cherry and Orange will be spreading the word around Damril to the birds to protect that space while we are absent from it.
Got it. Nice.
So as y'all are in the aviary, Cress flies down on one of the hippogriffs. All right, good work. And kiss the down feathers come out, their feathers on their face.
There's a loud chorus of purring as they're kind of like nuzzling up against Cress, you know, wings kind of brushing affectionately. Yeah.
Cute.
Oh, I missed you.
How's everybody?
Well, seems we've
Tired,
all.
but more rested than yesterday. Sorry, Fair.
Oh, yes. No, I was going to say something so different. I'm going to say we
Go ahead.
all are very well rested and energized. But perhaps I don't speak for all of us. I'm rather excited about our little crafting endeavor, if I must be honest.
Very excited.
So am I.
Did you sleep well,
Cress is
Chris?
staring. Cress is staring at Finn and the horn that is manifested on his head.
Yeah, I slept all right.
Both of them being like, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Oh
I think-
shit!
with-
I
with
feel like
Fair-
Taruk fully goes, "Oh shit!" Not realizing it until that moment.
yeah, and with Farron noticing this weird tense moment, it's just gonna be like, Taruk, help me with something over here.
No, I'm good.
Taruk.
No.
No,
Like
I'm
a
good.
such an old man thing of being like, no, I think I'll watch.
No.
Yeah,
Yes!
The ruse.
The ruse continues. Standing on has the new ironwood staff and it's just doing one of these, watching YouTube.
All right.
I had dreams. And I gotta
Talk to you
Okay,
when I
dream.
told about it.
Me and Anna told dragon things.
Yeah.
But because you were in Cuthbert's dream, right? That's what you had said earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. So yours sounds much more clear. The dream that I had, we talked. This was the difference between the last like 20 sessions being a week, but like this is like 3 days.
This is like 2 nights
There's
ago.
Yeah. There's a Cyclops in Black Reef, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we learned the marsh giants had taken a cyclops to the Black Reef.
That's right. I think I know its name now.
What's its name?
Sugath. Maybe?
You're Sugath.
Oh, that's
Or no,
right.
you're not Sugath. You're the world builder. One second.
I'm the world shaper, I believe is what they
Yeah,
said.
you're Urag Kotun.
Yes.
Urag
So they
Kotun.
said I was in
Sugath is inheritance.
that. Thank you. Yes. But that could be. We just need to get there.
Get where? What?
The Black Reef, where we're going. We just need to get where we're going, and we're doing that. I had my normal dream on the water drake, but this time there was no one there except a cyclops.
Has Finn told anybody about the dreams?
He's talked to Cress about it. Yeah.
Has he?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was at the Temple of Korome
Okay.
Yep.
That was a while ago.
a while ago.
It
6
was a
days
couple
ago.
days
And no one was there except this Cyclops. And they said, Ureg Katan protects Sugath.
Yeah, kind of like what we heard at Dwag. Don't give Sugath to the Red Star one.
Yes. So, just more of that.
Did you... Above table, because yes, it's only been a couple days, but it's been a couple of years. Have we learned who Asta is yet?
No.
Fuck. Okay.
We just know Cyclops, like you said, actually correctly captured by Marsh Giants and delivered to Black Reef.
Well, fuck. What if you've got a new resource at your hands who shares some heritage with you? You considered asking Axne about Asna?
Not till right now. We've had a lot.
I'll
going
find-
on.
Listen, everything is happening. And we can't be everywhere at once, so we just got to prioritize. And my thing, we cannot handle right now.
Yeah.
But my thing is your thing, and you do need to know. So you go talk to Axne, and I'll go get Anatole, and we'll regroup.
Okay. Thank you, Chris.
We'll say with that, everybody kind of spreads away. And let's just go above table real quick. We'll get everybody together, right? And the first order of business to discuss as the group is all assembled. I mean the whole group, right? From Chimney to TikTok, right? We've got the whole crew. The plan is to make a lift, basically, or a ship lift, or crane, or basket, right? Okay.
A carrier, if you will.
A ship carrier. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, sorry, just to evoke like a real image here. In Jurassic Park, when they hold the cows over the raptor. Raptor tank.
Yeah.
That's what it is, basically.
Wow. So Tahali's the raptor in this scenario. That's actually pretty fitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that their name? Tahali?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the crab, Tahali.
The giant kaiju crab.
With a T
Yep.
or an S.
Tahali. Yeah.
Tahali. Okay.
Okay. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Finn roll a crafting check.
No. Okay.
But before you roll your check,
Uh-huh.
let's see your
Waiting.
friends. How will your friends help? Because your friends can adjust the DC, and I'll tell you, I can give you the DC right now.
Good.
Currently, the DC is 30.
Okay.
Light work, no reaction. Sorry. I'm being weird.
Okay.
So
That's
Farron is
incredible.
aiding, and I will say this is a non-traditional use of aid, because
Okay,
aid
so
is
Farron will be the one applying aid.
Yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
well, I mean it's just not traditionally used in exploration, right? It's like a
No, you can do long-term aids and stuff too.
okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is going over some of my ideas how to make it most enticing and like just from experience, like luring creatures to traps in the woods on a much more massive scale.
Yeah,
So I'm hoping to use survival for my aid check.
I'll allow it.
Cool.
I'll allow it. You are hunting.
We're doing it now?
Can we do
Yeah,
multiple aids?
No,
Unfortunately,
No.
no.
Okay.
Because
not on the same
aid-
check.
Yeah. Yeah, because aid is going to provide a circumstance bonus. And you can't stack bonuses of the same type.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I've got the status bonus covered.
Okay. Perfect. What's the result for your aid there, Hannah?
Doing it?
Yeah, go for it. Let's get that one.
Let's use a hero point.
Sure. Not bad
That
idea.
seems like a
Not
hero
bad
point to me.
That's always a good start. Roll. Yeah, it sounds like a good time to use it.
Damn. Light work, hero point.
You guys.
Light work?
Natural one.
It's a natural 20.
Damn.
Yay!
It's a natural 20 plus 18 for a 38. So here's the cool
That's a
thing,
crit
because
success.
so normally a crit success on aid gives you a +2, but since I am a master in the skill of survival, you'll get a +3 on this check.
Oh, snap. That's really good. Damn.
Farron's just being a total know-it-all about trapping and luring.
What a fucking boy.
No. You want to do it this way, please.
All right. Very
Preston
nice.
nudges Pascal. Hey,
Hmm.
I saw her smile at you.
Did she really?
I think so. That's what it looked like to me.
Thank you for the. Thank you for letting me know. Maybe.
Yeah.
You think she's interested in me? Maybe.
I have
Just-
not asked. Do you want me to ask?
Looks at Farron, kind of doing her thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
not right now.
Just-
I'll ask her
it-
at a better
Of
time.
course.
But yeah,
Of course.
I'll find out.
If you might, be interested, open to the idea is all, perhaps. Or
Yeah.
what you think.
Yeah. Well, we actually maybe have to talk about what the idea is, because I, what do you? I don't know what
Fair
you want.
Ah, fair.
Oh, adorable.
Fair enough.
Cress, as they're kikiing with Pascal, is whipping up with their, what are you called? Help.
Mutagen.
Yeah, whipping up a
Did you say
mutagen.
kikiing? Oh my god.
Yeah, they're kiki.
I love you for that. That's not kiki.
They're kikiing. Cress is whipping up a theatrical mutagen. It is moderate, and it will have the bonus to rolls as being +2, and Finn, your speed will also be +5 with it.
Fast
You're
fuck,
gonna
boy.
get a +2 to crafting checks, acrobatics checks, and performance checks. One of those matters, maybe the other two will.
Yeah.
Cool. So you now have a
That's
+5
awesome.
to this crafting check.
Yeah.
You guys are killing it. Okay. All right. Farouk.
I don't
You
know
have
how to
anything?
help.
Tarun, you got any items?
He's just like
I
me for
mean,
real.
I don't know if you would count this
I don't know
as
how
an
to help.
item if it's a spell from an item.
Yeah. No,
What
let's
does the
see.
spell
What's the spell?
say?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
so
what you
what I was thinking. Well, okay, question. Could I just use a spell to help?
It depends on the wording, because if it's a status bonus or a circumstance bonus, it wouldn't stack with what we've already given him.
If
It would
it's a
more-
better status, we can get rid of mine.
Well,
True.
it would more or less just be to help with material and things like that. Because I have a
Yeah.
spell called Airlift, which allows me to just pick up massive amounts of material with wind and
Oh,
like move
okay.
it to places.
Okay. Hang on. Let me just take a look at the spell real quick. Let me just pull
Yeah.
her right up here.
Airlift.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Spell careless.
Tarook's
Sorry.
standing there with like the airport like cones, like
He has the staff swinging it. Splits the staff back into two and starts using the two. Puts them back together real quick.
Yeah.
Oh.
What I'll say here is Taruk. What we can do is, and you're doing this through your staff, you said?
Yeah, because that's usually what he does for spell casting.
Yeah.
Just cast it through the staff. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna go totally with this being an item bonus, but what I will do is allow you to maybe affect the DC here a little bit.
Okay. Cool.
So
That's
instead
fair.
of really providing, you're not going to provide much to Finn, but you can affect the DC.
Yeah.
There's two ways we can go about this. How many hero points do you have?
2.
Okay. I'll trade you 2 hero points to lower the DC by 1d4. And you can roll the d4.
You know how I roll dice, so I don't know if that's a great idea.
Adam,
If
I'll
I'm
roll
being
it.
the
I
dice.
just rolled a nat 20.
You know what? So
the
1d4
dice.
for 2 hero points.
Roll
Yeah,
the
1d4 for
dice.
2 hero
Fuck it.
points, and you lower the DC by a d4.
Fuck it.
Wait, here we have a.
I got a tree.
Okay.
That's
That's
great.
pretty good.
Okay,
I
that's
can't
amazing.
do 3 right now.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry, man.
Your finger.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh no.
I want to know what happened, but we can
Bowling.
talk after. Bowling.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
bowling, huh?
There you go. That's what happened.
Bowling injuries.
Well,
Classic.
that is okay. Thank you for the hero points. Yoink. All right. The DC is now
Give 'em back.
27.
27.
Eventually.
So a
All right.
37 will be a crit success, which
A
would be
37
neat
would
because
be
we
a
have an
crit.
idea.
Mm-hmm.
37 would be a crit. Alec, your roll, please, sir.
It's time.
Wait, I want to do the math. So okay.
You got a
Yeah, what
five.
am
So
I
we're
at-
adding
what am I
5.
adding?
You're adding 5 from us, and then your crafting is plus 18. You said,
16, I think.
Alec, is it 18? What is it?
Plus 16.
16. So you're
It's
adding
21.
21. So you need to roll a 16 on the die.
Yeah. A 16 to get the crit success.
21, 37, yeah.
16 or higher would be a crit
16
success.
or higher. And you have some hero points if it doesn't come the first try.
Yeah.
What?
If you want.
Sorry, what? I'm getting confused. What number is the crit success?
37.
37.
37.
So if you roll a 16 or higher on your dice, then we hit it.
I'm going to use a hero point.
Okay.
Okay, so you just have to beat a 20. You have to beat a 6 on the dice to make sure that you get the success, and then just so you know.
Keep in mind, even though your modifier is insane, a nat 1 will take any failure down to a critical failure, and a nat 20 will take any success to a critical success.
Correct.
Okay.
So you could still crit fail with a nat 1.
Don't say that shit when I'm about to hit the button, David.
That's
Hit the button.
time to
3,
say that
2,
shit.
1.
Natural
baby.
20.
Woo!
Hey,
For a
Dudes!
holy shit.
for a 42.
Dudes!
Remember
We
when
did
Alec?
it.
Remember
We
when
did
Alec got presented with this and he just goes light work, and
Yeah.
it was
That was
literal
joking.
light
He had
work.
it. He knew it. Like, easy,
Oh.
easy done.
Cool.
Natural 20 plus 21.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Tell them
For
about the cool new
41.
feature that we're adding.
For a
41.
41
Yes.
Bales.
Guys, with your critical success, you are able to make your lift exactly as designed, and you can you can sneak in a bonus feature.
For no extra time, right?
So, I think now that we have the rolls and everything, I'll leave it to you guys. Go ahead, paint us a scene of your characters constructing this thing and installing that bonus feature. How's it look?
Maybe Finn should start.
So Axie lowers the ship down for you, and you guys can decide how you like in every aspect.
I don't think there's any like beauty in it. I think Finn just like puts his hair up. I think he drops the armor, and I think he just gets to work. I think he is in a full like focus state. Just the main focus for him is designing what was initially placed. I think Alec, want to leave it to the people that helped me get here. Like, Finn will be everybody else's instrument, and he will just execute everything they say perfectly because he is in that focus state.
Perfect.
I think to complement that, a lot of Taruk's role, I think after the materials are gathered, I think Taruk does his airlift, and you all feel this rush of air pick everything up, and he just guides it over so that all the piles are landing in the right spot. So it's not like taking the extra effort of running out, grabbing a piece, running back in. It's already essentially sitting there for everybody.
Nice.
And then I think his main role is kind of similar to Finn. I think he is climbing up the pieces as they're being built, hanging from the bottom to like secure pieces in or hold them in place while other people secure them, and just using his natural climbing ability as his like extra piece to the puzzle of like, I'm a climber and I have big hands and big feet. I can grab this giant pole and hold it in place while everybody else secures it, you know, like. So yeah.
I think Farron's assistance is a bit more like design oriented. So if she sees something that maybe looks out of place or could be tuned up or improved, she points it out and tells Finn and the other crafters what to do. So she's kind of more of like a
Foreman?
yeah.
Foreman Farron.
Yeah.
Foreman family.
Foreman
Yeah.
Farron Barnyard.
That's my full
That's
name.
gonna be the title of Pascal's memoir, Form and Farron.
Farron.
Crazy work.
Oh.
Vomit inducing. What?
I know he's problematic and bad, but Crest does ship it. Okay. I think the aid that Crest is giving, because it's the theatrical mutagen, is a lot. Finn drinks the potion and it helps him, right? But I think what is happening narratively, as Finn has these bonuses not only to crafting but to like performance, Cress spent a couple hours yesterday crafting potions. So they set up their potion crafting station in this space, and what they are doing, like in between crafting, when they have like something needs to heat on the Bunsen burner and they can't be doing anything but wait, they're talking to the grung of this space and asking each of them, what do you wish to see in the world rebuilt? And behind Cress, like not even really to Cress's knowledge, the grung are watching Finn rebuild a little piece of their world. And I think that with Finn's curse and the response being naturally to fear him, the combination of this theatrical mutagen and the questions being asked in the perfect time and place, and Finn doing what he does best, I think their assistance is in helping more of the world to see Finn the way he truly is. And there's just something to be said for knowing that you are perceived well.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. And as they go to work, they do so with an air of camaraderie and companionship with you, Finn, as they are helping. You know, before, when you had first started building and everything, you know, maybe they might have been kind of shying away a little bit, but now you can see, as three of them, you know, as you're trying to struggling to pick something up that you're going to pass over to Taruk, you know, three of them kind of come up behind and try to support the other side. And Party, you are successful in adding this lift with mystery bonus feature
Can we
to
paint a
your
picture
ship.
with this?
Please, absolutely.
Fine, it was your idea, right? You should.
Yeah, but I think it should be everybody. So we're all in this space together, and I think Cress is, you know, talking with the grung about what they want to see in the world, and they're playing with these pieces of an arbiter that they earlier this morning scavenged with the hippogriffs, and there's this little shoop as the two pieces are one of the pieces is magnetic, and it connects to the other piece, and Cress looks down and is sort of fiddling with it. And Farron, I think as foreman, you see Cress doing that, and you are a crafter of traps. And I think maybe the notion that more than one trap can exist might hit Farron's brain.
Yeah, you see something click in her face as she's watching you play with the little magnets. And she quickly sketches something and heads over to Finn. Finn, do you think this would work? And shows him just a conceptual kind of sketch of a magnetic feature.
Yeah, I think he didn't have doubt in the group that has been assembled here today, but there is a sigh of confirmation that the right people are here, and that just a reflection and recurrence of the conversation that Cress and Finn had the night before. Despite every lonely step, despite every violent alley, despite every sadness and terror, he is exactly where he has to be with the people he needs to be with. I think it's going to fit perfectly.
Amazing. Let's get started.
You get started.
What's happening down there?
You're not old. Stop pretending.
I seriously can't hear you. You're like so far beneath me at this point.
Come
You're
down
not
here. We'll show
old.
you.
Okay.
I love the image of Farouk like casually hanging upside down, like
In the
300
rafters,
feet
yeah.
in the
Oh
air.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fully the way I imagine it is, if you've ever seen X-Men, it's Beast walking on the
Yep.
ceiling.
Yeah.
Very calm, not thrown off by the fact that he's fully upside down, just like, what's happening?
I don't know. Cress comes over, still playing with the magnet.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
think Taruk then jumps down and joins you guys, sees the plans.
What are we
Well,
doing?
Fair.
What are we doing? Oh, we're creating some sort of magnetic field to fuck with the surrounding arbiters, metal creatures, to disrupt their flight patterns.
Kind of like what I did the other day.
Exactly.
Yes. In fact, that's the first thing I thought of.
Gotcha.
Couldn't find you to tell you you were all the way
I
up
was
there.
tired. I was
Yes.
tired. But no, that's incredible. So you'd need a repulsing magnet to repel the metal, but we'd have to be careful about not repelling ourselves. Directional magnets are, sorry, doing the thing again.
Well, the nice thing is that with this design, it would pull the arbiters up if they got too close, and the field surrounding us is going to be able to make it harder for them to get close.
Yes.
Interesting.
So we're protected on all sides.
Safe on all sides.
Well, and I think he kicks the. You want me to go rub this against the metal up there to magnetize it, at least to start the process, to get the magnets going, and then we could add more later, or work on it more.
Sure. Do that.
That is actually, you can magnetize normal metal. If
Yes,
just
you
rub a
definitely
magnet
can.
against it. And
Yeah,
I
it's
have a
good
magnetic bow
Physics.
staff.
Oh, that's true.
I have a magnetic bow staff.
I love that, you guys. I love that we're in this like high fantasy world and we're using actual physics to craft this trap. Physics
Jesse
is
Pink water,
fun.
right?
Fire, wind, and earth. Fucking magnets. How do they work?
Listen, a lot of our enemies are made of metal.
I ain't gonna ask a scientist because they be lying and making me pissed. That is a real
Nice.
song. That is a real song. It's Insane Clown
Oh,
Bossy.
okay. Oh my god, ICP.
Okay, guys,
It's been a while.
we're gonna end our session here.
And
But-
it's been a while.
I'm gonna leave you with this, because at the end of
Little
this
line?
day of no. At the end of this day, you will have another rest. Cress, we'll talk about some dream stuff.
Mm.
But the following day, you guys will take your ship over and try to hook up the Nixus's old ship. And I just want to end tonight moving over to that, and we'll pick up, I think, with that encounter when we come back. If you guys are cool with a little
Yeah.
Yeah.
jump ahead, we can still do some good recap about discussions and stuff on the way. But I want to show you guys what you're gonna be looking to do.
Oh my
All
god.
right. So Anna, you can go ahead and pull us over to a combat map
Okay.
or combat screen.
I want to wait till
I
it's on the
wasn't
screen.
in roll 20.
I am.
It's a
Oh,
black screen, isn't it?
Yo, this is
Aha!
crazy.
Darkness.
All right. Ready?
That's wild.
Wait.
Ready.
Ready.
Wait.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh,
Whoa.
So-
Hell yeah.
Okay.
But this is
okay.
the situation. So
Oh,
this
this is
is
zoom out.
sick.
woohoo.
nice metric map.
Oh.
But it's for the most part distances and stuff will be accurate, but that's the situation. So you guys will be coming across Nixus's airship. Looks like it hooked itself onto some ruins and is now hanging over the sand sea.
Okay.
Incredible.
incredible.
Ah,
And your job is to hook that up and get it out of there.
we're going fishing.
You're going fishing, boys. All right.
Yee
fishing.
doggy.
Kaiju fish.
Okay. Guys, that's where we're going to end our session of Unearthed Inheritance, right? We're going to have a couple weeks off, and then we will be back. And I never know the dates. Where's the
I
calendar?
don't know. Go at a master schedule.
I
No.
won't be here for that one.
Yes, that's right.
The 20th
The
of
20th.
April.
420?
Wait.
Oh boy.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
because
a
this
wild
episode goes
stream.
out tomorrow as our time of recording.
No, that's Tara.
Sorry.
No,
419.
the next
Sorry,
one. The next one is the 3rd.
May 3rd, yeah. Next one is May
Mhm.
3rd. Yeah, because it's April 5th to May 3rd. Yeah, so this will be it, and we will be resuming this campaign then in the month of May. But we won't have a whole bunch
merry month of
May.
All right, guys, as we head out here, let's say goodbye and thank you to our players. Friends, if you want to let the folks know who you were, who you played, where they can find you, let's start with Hannah.
Hey folks, I'm Hannah. I've been playing Farron Balmjar, and it's been a real rootin' tootin' good time. I am here on Stealthy Elf most of the time. Sometimes you can find me over on Tales Archived in an upcoming project. Scope that out, and yeah, that's all for me. Alec.
Every time you do the Farron bit, I think of the SNL announcer. And introducing Farron Balmjar.
Oh my god.
I'll
I'll say it like that every time now.
And I like my pronouns are he, him. I almost said he guy. Jesus. Hey guys, my name's Alec. My pronouns he guy. I played Fenris here in Unearthed Inheritance, and I also play Nrim in New World Rebellion on this channel. When I'm not here, you can find me over at Tales Archived. I'm the Archivist for None of Selesh. I'm the captain of Pirates of the Dual Seas. It'll be airing sometime soon. I produce stuff over there when I'm check me out every Wednesday for the next 6 weeks over on Starcrawl. I play a sexy little trickster named Sterling in a Thirsty Sword Lesbians game called Not For Sale. Taking on the government
Yeah.
and billionaires.
Get him.
Taking on capitalism.
Capitalism. That's me. He guy.
I think Button's next.
Me! Hello, I'm Button. My pronouns are they, them. I'm Blue Button on social media. I have played Cressida. My vibe is getting mad at gods. That's what happens to me in campaigns. And
Gods be
when I'm not
damned.
playing... Gods be damned! And when I'm not playing Cress, I play Sugar Pea on this channel in Outlaws of Alkenstar, and Amanita in New World Rebellion. And when I'm not here, you can find me over on Tales Archived in Known Realms, where I play Echinacea, the little wizard who's crashing out, and another character in an upcoming production. That's me.
That's my favorite description of Echinacea yet.
And they're crashing out. Hello,
Adam.
My name is Adam, otherwise known as Mr. Adup, MRADDUP, he, they pronouns. Tonight, I was Taruk. Haha, T is a tease. Very fun. I voice act, I cosplay, I play Dungeons and Dragons from time to time. You can find me here playing this game. You can find me pretty soon over at Tales Archive playing a really old piece of shit. And that's about it for me.
He's wonderful.
He still is an old piece of
pretty
shit.
great. I like him a lot.
Old.
Pretty accurate.
He's like old.
I'm old.
Not like Taruk kind of old, but like actually.
Oh wait, I forgot we were talking about your other guy. I missed that jump. Okay,
I like to make
okay.
old young characters
Yeah.
if you can't figure that out yet.
Yeah.
And you... Guys, my name is David. My pronouns are he, him. I've been your GM this evening. You can catch me here GMing lots of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. And then you can also catch me over at Tales Archived in some upcoming projects.
What?
Where, yeah. Didn't I tell you? Oh.
Yes.
News to me.
Nobody checked. Did you not check your inbox? We'll go sort that out. Guys, have a great weekend. Bye-bye!
Went to my junk folder.
My kiss on the mouth.
Shh.